Hello all, welcome to another Enterprise Review, and today with me is Captain Trek as always, and Vance Major, and after the episode that we just watched, I don't know whether I should say hi gentlemen, or I'm sorry. I'm not sure which one yet, but today's episode review will be Vox Sola, which sounds like a really bad discount brand of cola, but that's okay, that would have been better than this episode. Oh my goodness. All right, so now that I've set the tone, let's go around the table. Hey Vance, how are you doing? And again, I'm sorry you had to watch that.
I feel my life draining from my body.
Yikes. This I'm there with you. Cap, how are you doing? Are you still alive? Still there?
I wish I'd gone to bed early. I wish I'd slept through this.
Yeah, I'm starting to think the same. All right, so this is the wonderful episode where, first of all, they piss off an alien race by eating.
That's the dumbest fucking shit in the world. I mean, it's like the whole thing is like, are you guys even trying anymore? I mean, I understand that you offend certain races, and they're in the exploration stage, and we haven't done certain things in Star Trek at this point in Star Trek's history. Like, we've had like 15 years of Star Trek, so they're trying to do, well, what haven't we done before? But I mean, come on, eating, like, come on, man. And it's the way it's done is like, you got to apologize for eating in front of me. But I'm like, come on, man, just Jesus Christ. Like, it was just so poorly done. I mean, it's like they're not even trying. Like, this is for as much positivity as I've given the other episodes, and you guys give me shit for it. Like, this one is like, I'm with you 110%, guys. This is like, thank God this was not how the series would eventually get, because I hated this. Take it, guys. I'm wanting to
like
slam
a
my head
quarter
on the
way
counter.
through this episode, I would have been happy with a Wesley Crusher cameo. Jesus mercy!
Yeah.
Whoa!
To get that in there,
You played the Wesley card. Wow!
Yeah.
I would have been happy with a Wesley Crusher cameo. Jeepers
I actually
creepers!
think Wesley Crusher could have improved this episode.
You could have had a Wesley Crusher Jar Jar Binks sing-along, and that would have made this episode.
Damn right.
Oh my goodness.
Well, the thing was, going along with what Vance was saying about the food part.
Yeah.
It was like drag the whole scene out. It's
well,
like,
and the whole thing is the equated eating.
Why did it do this?
The equated eating in front of somebody to having coitus in front of somebody. What the hell?
Yeah, and the whole reaction to it's like, I mean, if it was, they took it too serious, and then to have Travis, I mean, the whole thing was just awkward. To me, I felt like it was awkward for the actors, and not, to me, it was more awkward for the actors than it was for the characters.
And here's the other thing. Why in the hell would the aliens learn English?
Because it was a simple language.
I don't know.
Which I guess.
I don't know. I mean, if you're at,
because obviously English was that simple.
If that's your biggest problem with this episode, like, you have issues. Like,
well, no, it's one amongst the many other in the line. But
I can think of one positive thing from this episode.
It ended?
No, Reed found a way to make a stabilized EM field.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's the one positive. The rest of it was trash.
The thing about it is, like, I was so sick of Hoshi. Like, Hoshi can be a strong character, and she can be, like, the actress is very capable.
Huh?
However, the way she is always portrayed in every single episode.
That's why I was confused. That's like,
hold on, just take it, guys. My coworker's very loud. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, on that note, I mean, yeah, Hoshi in this episode and every episode, she's like, okay, it was kind of cool the first couple episodes where she's, she's afraid and she doesn't have self-confidence and she's doubting herself and her abilities. But okay, we should be past that by now.
Okay, sorry,
Definitely.
my coworker just left the fucking room, so now I can talk. So anyway, back what I was saying about Hoshi. So I have no idea what you guys are saying because he was very loud. So anyway, Hoshi, she's always portrayed as incompetent, insecure, inferior, and the actress is so smart. She's very competent. She's a good actress. We've seen that. When we get to the episode of Empress Sato, and you'll know what I'm talking about here in a couple seasons, you'll be like, wow, why didn't they ever play up these strong suits? Why have we always been this meek, insecure character? So it's so frustrating to see this character played again this way, because every episode she learns the lesson that, oh, I can do it. It's a little engine that could, and then the next episode she forgets that she did it last episode. And it's the same lesson learned over and over and over and over, and I get so sick of it. Because it's like, look, you've been to deep space, or what you consider deep space, a year. You're at the end of season 1. You should have learned these things by now. And yet you're still like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. Jesus Christ, you're the only person on the ship who can. Cut it out.
And the funny part is you didn't hear what I had said, and you basically gave the same summary I did.
Oh, well, shenanigans.
It was exactly the same. But it's so blatantly obvious. It's like, okay, you should have moved on. There should have been growth by now, right? It was kind of cute at the beginning, right? And understandable and acceptable. But there should be growth by now, for the love of,
nobody. She's an expert translator. She is the only one of very few who can translate so many languages so easily. And yet she's so insecure.
Well, yeah, it's the thing is, like, every episode it's like the whatever writer's writing reads the synopsis for the very first episode. It's like, okay, we've got to go based on this, and they never move past that. It's like every episode takes a page from the Voyager book and is like, let's hit the reset button. Nobody really ever grows. Nobody really ever changes outside this very few things, and we're gonna stick to this. And this is, what are their personality quirks, and we're going to stick to it. And it sucks because it's like the actress is very capable of doing more, and she's great. It's the same thing with the guy who plays Travis. Again, when you get to the Mirror Universe stuff, he's great. And it's like, why have you never allowed him to grow? It's like Harry Kim, in Voyager. That guy is a great actor, and he was never allowed to do much.
No.
And when you have an ensemble cast, why are you never allowing these people to do this stuff? And that's what they're that's what they're supposed to do, is act, but you never let them grow.
And you trap them within their stereotypes and you keep them there.
Yeah, and especially for what was supposed to be 7 years, it was shot down to 4, but they still very seldom grew. Yeah,
and not only that, but I mean, the only person I think that comes out of this episode with any dignity is the Doctor. It was the only part written well throughout the entire episode was the Doctor.
Well, the Doctor's written pretty well throughout the whole series, and I think I don't know if it's the fact that he's written well or the fact that the actor just has a natural charm to him. Because even in other stuff that the actor has acted in, even when he's a psycho creeper, he's charming. So I don't know if it's necessarily the character that's written well or the fact that the actor is a good actor.
That he's able to overcome shit.
Yes,
because he was the shining part of this episode. Other than that, it was just a waste of absolute an hour.
Well, have been.
I'm ready to wrap it up and go. I'm done because this episode just sucked.
Well, there was a lot of nothing except for them laying there in that web going, oh, I'm thinking this. What am I thinking? I'm thinking this. What am I thinking?
Oh,
And that's boring. I mean, there have been literal episodes of Enterprise where the highlight has been Porthos jumping up eating cheese. And it's like, I can't tell you anything else that happened that was more important than that. And it's like, that's really sad. And that's what, this episode is kind of.
They should have had a 10-minute. They should have had a 10-minute session of Porthos.
That would have been a highlight,
yeah,
I think that would
absolutely.
have improved the episode. Yeah,
absolutely.
It would have been
Or
great
a Wesley
to have
Crusher cameo.
Well, that would have been that's the thing. Like, have Porthos in the web. At least then you'd have been like, oh, what's the dog thinking? That would have been more interesting.
Yeah, there we go.
Because I don't really give two shits about Archer thinking about some soccer game. Again, nothing in the episode was important. Nothing mattered.
No.
And all we had was more of the same of Hoshi feeling insecure. I mean, you're right. We got the thing that Malcolm came up with, but at the end, what did it really matter? It didn't, So
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna go at a 0 on this one. What about you, Vance?
What are you turning around for?
1.
1. Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 1 just to read.
Yeah, I'll up it for 201 just because I don't want to go 0 just yet. I was tempted to go negative, but I'll go 1. I'll give it a 1, just for the simple fact the Doctor was able to somehow come out of that episode looking halfway intelligent, and the rest of it just sucked. Absolutely sucked. So I'm gonna toss this around to you guys. I'll let you guys give your final thoughts and final moments, and then I'm gonna wrap this sucker up because this just isn't worth our time. No. So Vance Major, it's all yours.
Don't watch this episode.
Yeah.
And if we get to 500 subscribers, we are going to do the porn parody of Star Trek. We will review it.
Goodness.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. That just makes me have a headache. All right. I guess yes. If I can get to 500, which I can channel my inner Captain Trek. Will never happen. I'll do that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Cap, it's all yours, and then I'm going to wrap this sucker up.
Okay, you remember before years ago when they used to have must-see TV.
Yeah.
Okay, this is must-miss episode. It's useless.
Please hit skip button.
Contains nothing of any importance.
Yeah.
Oh.
It sucked ass.
No, like that's the thing. Like everything in this episode is forgettable. Like there are. Yes, just end this.
I completely concur. So as my panelists are begging for some sanity here, I'm gonna wrap this up. So I want to thank everyone for coming, and once again, I'm going to remind you that we kind of flipped the script. So Tuesdays we will have TOS one week, TNG the next week. Enterprise will always be on Wednesdays, unless they give us more of this dribble. Then I might just blow up the copy I have of this, which means my computer, which means I won't be doing anything because, yeah. But till next time, take her easy, folks.